You have to import maths as a module. So this math as an module. Why we are importing this maths? Why we are importing this math? Because we want to enhance our functionality. So there are two ways. Either so in math there are certain functions, inbuilt functions, square root. If I want to calculate the square root, either I will write a function. In functions we used to write functions for a particular functionality, right? Either I have to write that function manually, or I can import the functionality from Python, import math. So, and then if I need to call this functionality like math.sqrt, sqrt means square root. See, it will square root, returns the square root of x. So whatever element I will put here, right, it will return the square root. So now if I run it, I will get the square root of this. Write 64. So remember one thing, whenever you want to import something, you have to use, or you want to enhance your current code functionality, you want that functionality to be imported from external, you can say external world, or you can say, or from the Python is very intelligent, right? So it has multiple ready to use modules. So I'm using math. I can design this square root functionality by myself also, but in order to save time, because Python has already designed it for me, I just imported math, and then I just called a function which is called as math dot, which is called as sqrt. So how will I call this as sqrt? I will write this module name and then sqrt, and then I will pass the input. So if you see, I got the answer. So I do not have to write the code now. Okay, I will, if the functionality is inbuilt in Python, I just have to import it and then just use it. So another one. So I can use something. So import means I'm importing the complete module. Okay, complete math module. I can import a part of it also. So math has multiple function, maybe square root, maybe addition, maybe multiplication. So I can say like that, from math, import only square root and pi. Do not import additional things. Only import from maths. This is general English, right? From math, I want to import only square root and pi value. I do not want to import any other functionalities of this. Here, what I'm saying is import complete math module. Okay, and then I am calling math.sqrt. Here, what I'm trying to say, from math, import only these two. Okay, here I'm telling import everything from math. So from the math module, import only these two. So now I can use, see, print square root of 16, print square root of 25, print pi. So if you remember, pi value is 3.14, right? So I haven't wrote any kind of a function to get this pi value. This was readily available in Python. I have just used it. How I am able to, so let's say this line is not there. Okay. Now if I try to print pi, you see, oh, 1 minute. Because of cache, although it's an error, but because of cache, it's not showing. Because pi value is not readily available. It's only available. Let me show you on this. This square root functionality, it is also, oh, because I got it. Because I have run this, right? So this particular complete math, because I have run this thing is loaded in memory already. Okay, and I'm running it here. If I run it like this, right? Let's see. Let me go to my previous section. Let's say in this. You see, it's an error. It does not recognize what is pi. It does not know how to solve this. Import math. Either do import math or do from math import pi. Both should work. You see, if I'm not writing this line, you see this underline, pi is not defined. If I'm, now it is able to recognize. So now if I run, right, see, I'm getting the value. Okay, understood. Okay, this is all about from keyword and import keyword. Oh, What is this? Okay, so in this section, I'm importing and functionality. So NumPy, if you see, NumPy is a module. So NumPy is a module as well as NumPy is also a library. Okay. In NumPy, if you see this N is capital and P is capital. If N is capital and P is capital, we call it as a technically. If you want to go like very correct, technically it's a library. If it's small like this, right, we call it as a module. Okay. So import NumPy as what? As NP. Means I do not want to write NumPy 1 2 3 4 5. I do not want to write these 5 words, so I'm representing these 5 words as a NP. Okay, so let's say my name is Kapil. I do not want to use every time Kapil as my name. So what I will do, I will say like Kapil as K. So I can use K in the sentence. K is taking MLOps class. Okay, so I'm using K as an alias. Alias to what? Alias to this particular word. Now I'm using NP to what? To as an alias to this NumPy. Okay, even though
so NP replaced NumPy.
yeah, you can say like that. Yeah, it's an alias. It's a kind of a common name. Usually in your home, you might say common names to your kids, right?
Yes.
So like that. So it's like that. So okay, so that's the example. So np dot array. So array is your usual mathematical array. So in that array, I'm using an input. So this input is a kind of a list input. So, so because I do not have the functionality ready to use uh, uh, with me, I'm importing this NumPy as NP, and then I'm using this np dot array. So if let's say NumPy dot if I'm using like this will also work. Now, instead of using K here, I'm directly telling KAPIL. Okay. See, the output remains the same. So if I'm using alias, I can use alias to work with. Okay. So both will work. If you do not use alias also, then also it will work. Okay. If I define an alias to my name, I can use it in the sentence. If I do not define it, I can directly use the full name. Okay, so np dot array, and this is the element. So we will deep dive on this in our future sections. Okay, so all functions available in math module. What I'm trying to say here is from math import star. Import star means from math module import everything. So if I import everything, then square root is available and pi is also available, right? So both are available. So then I can print these values. Now if I need to design my own, okay, let's say design my own, you can say package. Okay, I do not want to use the inbuilt functionality. The inbuilt function name is what? It's math, but I am designing what? I'm designing maths one. So how I'm designing? See here, this is my file. Okay, I'm working in this file 5.1 import dot ip1b. I have created a file here.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.